4 people wounded in a shootout. What sheriff's deputies are saying about those involved.
The Red Cross is helping a local family this morning. Why it took fire crews extra time to find that fire.
And it took a team to pull it off this year. Oktoberfest Cincinnati in the books, while spectators say this one was the best year yet. Love it. All right, good morning, everyone. We're going to get to your top stories here shortly.
Yeah, but first we do want to check the forecast for you.
It was really a nice weekend for Oktoberfest.
Turned out okay.
Maybe one little
Some
rainstorm
spotty
went
stuff,
through,
yeah.
but yeah. Any rain this week, John?
No, I don't have a single drop of rain in the forecast all week long, but what I do have is fog this morning, so watch for that as you get started, especially to the east of town. Lunken Airport out of Batavia, we're at a mile visibility now. The visibilities have been dropping to the east, even 1 mile visibility in Wilmington at this point. Nothing on radar, no rain coming today. We had a cold front move east of us yesterday, producing a few showers, but now everything is moving on out. Skies clearing out, and we're looking at temperatures in the 60s. The airport at 66 degrees with clear skies, a north breeze at 3. We'll start in the 60s, make our way into the mid 70s at 11, 80 degrees at 1 o'clock, and we're going to be about 7 degrees above the normal high here for this time of the year, pushing up around 84. Little lower humidity, though, found outside today under mostly sunny skies. How warm it gets in a week that officially begins fall, but will feel firmly like summer. That's coming up in minutes. Right now, Bob's here taking a look at traffic.
All right, thank you, John. You're jetting out today, so we'll watch the roads just in case something pops up for you as best we can. Everything green on the map, always a good sign. Had so many closures over the weekend because of Oktoberfest, because of some freeway maintenance going on, specifically down 71, 75 was sort of the big area. And a spot that I wanted to look at was right around Buttermilk. I want to say about, 15, 20 minutes ago. Had a couple of work trucks still out there. Might still be if they change the angle of this camera. But regardless, you can see traffic now moving along in both directions here on 71, 75. That is very, very good news. I want to show you a little tiny, eensy bit of fog hanging out 275 as we look out toward Loveland Madeira Road. Right as you drop down into that dip, you push north/west, pushing over towards 71. But overall on the roads, we are good to go. Sheila, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Bob. 5:01 and 4 people are recovering this morning after a shooting in Lincoln Heights. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office and the ATF are both investigating.
Yeah, sheriff's deputies found the victims near Douglas Street and Jackson just before 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Now, the victims were taken to area hospitals, but none have life-threatening injuries. Investigators say more than 30 shots were fired.
There's a gun battle between 2 separate groups. There are an extraordinary amount of shell casings out there from different calibers. There are a few people that we are, well, let me put it this way, there are a few people that we know are involved in the shooting.
Now, 2 warrants are being served at 2 different locations for possible suspects.
The Red Cross is helping 8 people this morning after their home caught fire. 4 of them were children. Firefighters were called to Barthas Place in Colerain Township yesterday, and they say a language barrier led to a delay in their response. Fire crews found heavy smoke and flames pouring out of 2 front windows when they got there. Everyone made it out safely. Firefighters think the fire started with an appliance in the kitchen and then it spread. Damage is estimated at $75,000. 3 people are injured after a head-on crash that's blamed on heroin. A car crossed the center line on Colerain Avenue in Mount Airy yesterday and hit an SUV. Officers say they found drug paraphernalia, including needles, in the car. You see police carrying that away. 2 people in the car were also treated for heroin-related issues. Everyone's expected to survive, though.
In other local news, Lauryn Hill's brother and sister took part in the Indiana Bicentennial Torch Relay over the weekend. It's one of the signature events of the state's bicentennial celebration, and it's modeled after the Olympic Torch Relay. It kicked off more than a week ago, and it will eventually pass through all 92 counties in the state. On Saturday, the torch went through Dearborn County. That's where Nate and Aaron Hill took part. Lauren was from Dearborn County. And thousands here in the tri-state hit the pavement to beat ALS with an annual walk in Winton Woods.
And the walks bring in between 70 and 75% of our revenue for the entire year. So they are absolutely critical.
Organizers say this year they raised more than $270,000 with a record attendance. The money goes toward giving care and support as well as research for Lou Gehrig's disease. Local own Larry Davis was there to help kick off things.
Well, Oktoberfest 2016 is now in the books. Crews spent the overnight hours cleaning up down on 2nd and 3rd Streets. This was, of course, a new site for Oktoberfest Cincinnati, and it seemed to be well received by the hundreds of thousands who made it into downtown this weekend.
It's been great. We got here around 1 and we wanted to come out for the chicken dance and to support FC in Cincinnati. So come out, it's been great. We've gotten a brat, potato pancakes, some geta.
Good food, good beer everywhere. Great new spot. I love this new location right here.
That guy could be the tagline, I think, for Oktoberfest going forward. Officials estimate the attendance for this year's Oktoberfest, they counted them all, said about 600,000. FC Cincinnati secures a home playoff game. They beat Orlando City B 1-0 on Saturday, helping them clinch third place in the Eastern Conference standings. Team also had a victory in attendance, guys. Set another USL record. Had 24,000 down there on Saturday, 24,276. Their home playoff game, by the way, will be Sunday, October 2nd at 4 p.m. at Nippert. I think if you're a season ticket holder, you can buy tickets today. If you're somebody else, you got to wait till later this week. Anyway, one more regular season game. That is at the Pittsburgh Riverhounds this Saturday. Speaking of Pittsburgh, high hopes for the Bengals dashed in the Steel City. It was not a glitzy game at all at Heinz Field. A grinder. The rain made the conditions less than great. The two teams exchanged punts like a tennis match back and forth in the first half. Bengals struggled on third down all day, just 3 for 15. Few questionable calls, too. Can a brother get a hold? Just one time, can I get a hold call? Come on! Bengals fall 24-16. Team knows they put themselves in some tough spots.
It was tough. We're playing backed up every time we put ourselves in some bad situation. Like I said, we learn from this game and get better.
There's not one thing. I think they did a good job defending us. We were in some third and long situations, which make it tough, and we just weren't able to convert.
This is the Bengals' 6th loss in 7 games to the Steelers. These two will meet again at the end of December at Paul Brown Stadium. And I got to say, there were some moments where with the officials we were just going kind of groaner kind of moments.
Yeah.
And I think the team knows this too. As much as everybody wants to kind of rail on the officials,
You got to play better.
Yeah, if you establish a running game, if you can throw the ball downfield a couple times, you probably don't run into
some
those.
passes.
Right.
Yeah,
You're complaining about the refs if you do everything else right.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. Rough.
Still hurt me though, man.
Me too. It hurt me too.
And Roethlisberger's ability to stay on his feet kills me. I mean,
he was slipping and sliding in the mud, and he still stayed up and threw the ball.
He's got this big upper body and these little nimble legs going around. It doesn't even look right. He looks like a sausage guy at a baseball game.
He does a little bit.
Speaking of baseball, the 5-second rule put to the test will show you how a dad saved the day. Had a day out at the ballpark when it went south.
Yeah, and quick action by a 5th grader.
The thing I said was like, "Oh my God!" Yeah, he said, "Oh my God."
How these two boys grew closer after one saved the other's life. That's coming up on Good Morning Cincinnati.
All is well after a weekend of closures, interstates with lane reductions, things going on 2nd Street with Oktoberfest. Looks like everything is good to go. Nothing but green on the map right now. We are free and clear of accidents and the interstates look good. John?
A little fog possible this morning. Otherwise, we're looking at clear skies right now. Going to be a sunny day, a warm day. We'll push up to around 84 degrees late this afternoon. That's about 7 degrees above our average high here for this time in September. Yes, fall starts this week, but it feels like summer. How warm it gets coming up in your Weather Authority forecast, guys.
All right, John, 5:10. Two 10-year-old boys learned a serious lesson in life-saving after one of them performed the Heimlich perfectly.
How about that? Michon Graham saved Liam Ryan's life.
I put it in the side of my cheek, took a sip of milk, and the milk carried it down. I didn't know what he knew. I was just really scared.
I was tingly, so I jumped over about two people, and I did the Heimlich.
Liam ended up just fine. Michon had dislodged. It was a grape. He was washing down a grape with that milk. All right. No training, no practice, just instincts that saved his friend's life. Liam's dad says he couldn't be more grateful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
He has my eternal respect and gratitude for what he did.
Milton Rescue presented Michon a life-saving award. He says he's just happy his friend is alive and okay.
Yeah, the kids seem kind of lighthearted about it, but then you hear the dad and You know how that could have gone.
That soundbite we heard going into the commercial break.
He said, "My God."
And I said, "My God." That was perfect. Yeah, Buddy's looking. Grapes are bad though.
Oh yeah, they're one of the top choking hazards.
Grapes are bad. But like I said, I just kind of put it in my cheek and I took a drink. Don't do that with a cookie. You can't do that with a grape.
Yeah, right.
Another heroic story though ahead. Dad comes to the rescue this time to save his son's lunch.
And in trouble with the law, why a mom called the cops on her 3-year-old daughter. Coming up on Good Morning Cincinnati.